everybody. This is Mike, NYC Guitar School, the June lick of the month. And I decided, when presented with the opportunity to do a lick, I said, let me do something by Soundgarden, with Chris Cornell's recent passing, which was last week, at the time of this taping. And he had a pretty big impact on all of us with his musical legacy over the years. Especially, I was growing up with Soundgarden. I was thinking back, what songs might be appropriate for this, and you know, I thought this was the first one that I remember figuring out on my own, and I liked the chords. The harmonies are real rich, and it highlights his voice, and it's not the most famous, popular one out there, so it might be something hopefully you're itching to play, and it's not too hard either. Okay, so it's very power chordy. Pretty simple. We're going to start with an E power chord up at the 7th fret. You want to get your index finger on the 7th fret of the A string, ring finger on the 9th fret of the D string, and then, if you can, you want to use the tip of your first finger to kind of lightly touch the low E, and the edge of your index and the edge of your ring finger to help mute out those high strings. So when you strum, you don't have to think too much about your strumming. You can just hit the chord and it rings out nice and clean and nice and pure. So that's easy. If you have any experience with power chords, it shouldn't be a problem. And if you don't have experience with power chords, now's the time. The next one, we move from E to a B power chord. Same chord, same fingering, same chord shape. Also on the 7th and 9th frets, but you just move those down to the low strings. And that doesn't sound quite right, because they do a cool little thing where they will pull very quickly on both strings for a little grace note, so you get a... so it's a quick double bend. You don't get a lot of double bends. But it creates a cool effect. It's pretty. It hints at the chord to come. Cool. So we got E, B, double bend, and then there's a little kind of sloppiness as we get to the 3rd chord of the sequence. Only 3-chord sequence. I like to lift up that ring finger, maintaining a bar here at the 7th fret. So we end up. That's the note right there. That E that we started with, we want that to pop out, and then you can actually lift your fingers and hit some open strings there in the space as you're transitioning to the next chord. It sounds terrible on its own, but when you play it in time, it's going to sound good. The next chord is a C major chord, but not down here. We're going to stick up the neck in the region that we're at, so it's all nice and compact and contained. Get your middle finger on the 8th fret, that's our C, the 8th fret of the low E string, and your index finger right below it. And you can hit that 4 times with a little palm mute, if you like. Right, so putting those all together, we've got our E, a B, with a little juke, and that's basically it. And at that point, you just repeat. You can keep picking as you transition back to the E. In the key of E minor, all these open strings are going to sound good. So no matter how you hit them, if you get a little sloppy with it, it's going to sound just fine. So let me play through it a couple times slowly. When you want to wrap it up and move to the next section, there's this beautiful C major 7 chord. Super easy. It's the same chord you were just playing with your 1st and 2nd fingers on the low strings, and all the other strings, you just lift your fingers up and strum down so everything's open. Beautiful, beautiful sound to it. And not a chord that gets used all that often. Those grunge guys were pretty good at digging up interesting voicings to up the neck. So should we play it? One more time through? Maybe a little bit faster? 1, 2, 3, 4. June lick of the month.